Jim, let's talk about Cisco. They're buying NDS for $5 billion. I mean, this is kind of keeping in line with their whole push for video.
Yes.
But do you think that they paid too much? They did pay a premium.
You know, I struggle over to try to figure out what some of these companies are worth. I mean, like if this demandware today selling at 10 times sales, I mistakenly said it was EBITDA sales. I mean, you know, this is a company that does internet.
Right, they provide a e-commerce solution,
right.
a cloud company.
So what I'm saying, so security companies, this does some security, this acquisition, anything internet, anything that does service provider internet, anything that makes it so that the set-top box is more useful. These are, you know, what you're trying to get in order to be able to get a jump on India and China. This company has great India and China business. And I just find that the valuations are very difficult to swallow, but then you know Cisco has $40 billion in cash; it's earning nothing. You know, maybe they feel like this can get a jump up on somebody else. And Cisco was going to give up on that business at one point. Now they're like doing Scientific Atlanta; they weren't sure about it, so they obviously made a commitment to it. Cisco's all over the map, and one of the reasons why it's been an underperformer in this market is because no one can really figure out what they're doing. Okay.
Well, I think you made a good point that they had a big push for video, and then it seemed like they kind of backed away from that, and now this is back into the push, so it's a little confusing as to their strategy.
I mean, I look at Intel going up and Microsoft going up, and they're just going up nicely. Or you look at Apple, it's ramping severely, and then you go on the companies that aren't, that you know, that seem to be stalled, and Cisco's stalled, and I don't think this is going to necessarily make it so that they do not. I don't know how additive it is at that price, and I was talking about that with David Faber. Did they pay too much? So. The winner here is News Corp. They had it turned out to have made a couple $1 billion on this. They can continue to shrink their float, and News Corp ended up having a pretty good investment versus what Cisco ended up having to pay.
All right, so ultimately, it sounds like from you feel like the way for Cisco's future is to really kind of key in on what their strategy is and not be so spread out.
That's how I feel.
And focus.
People feel I'm very anti-Cisco. What I am is very anti-stocks that don't do anything.
All right, you just want them to focus.
Yes.
Okay.
This market is
stock pickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going to